Just picked up a great customer telling me about her passion and her business. What's your name, by the way?
Jenny.
Jenny, yeah. So Shared Earth has been on Bold Street for a long time.
19 years.
19 years. Can you tell us a little bit more about it?
So I started 19 years ago.
Okay, 19 years ago. Okay.
And so it's a fair trade, eco and ethical shop. So everything we sell is virtually handmade by some of the poorest people on the planet, marginalised people, people with disabilities, women who in a lot of societies are still less than class of people, and it all goes to helping people work themselves out of poverty.
Okay, I love the ethical elements to it, and that's another thing. What I love about Maslow as well, also, is as people become more like, they can focus on other things, because I find that asking that question, a lot of people want to give back. If people add more, they give more, and I think people resonate with different charities. And like what you said, so a lot of the money goes back into fair trade, ethical principles, stuff like that. And collectively, if more and more people are doing things like that, it's our little contribution to making the world a better place. So 19 years, so I'm assuming you're very passionate about it. 19 years.
I am, definitely.
Okay.
I've been out to India and places firsthand and seen the extent of the poverty and seen how we help, and it's very rewarding and very motivating.
Okay, so what are the main countries where you work with Shared Earth?
India's the main one.
Okay.
And then also Indonesia, Thailand, Peru, Nepal, Kenya, or so many places, Bangladesh, Vietnam.
Okay. And how many locations has Shared Earth got?
We've got 2 shops, one here and one in York.
Okay. What about around the world? Is there any other locations around the world?
We're actually just helping to open a shop in Bali.
In Bali? Okay.
It's specifically for our producers. So in Bali, quite often, when buyers come from all over the world, they'll go to a lot of the people who make stuff have shops, and you go in and you can see what they make, and then you can put in a wholesale order for hundreds of the same products there. So we're helping all our little artisans pull together to make a shop that they can all put their little bits in, because each of them have a little niche that they do really well, but they don't have the means to market it to the world.
Okay.
So we're helping them sort of pull their resources and open a shop collectively to put all their products in, so they can sell to America, Australia, other places as well as us in the UK.
Okay, so what's it going to be? Some type of like Etsy shop, but for Bali?
It's an actual physical shop.
Oh, so it's an actual
bricks and mortar physical shop I think it's going to be in either Ubud or on the Tagalalang Road, like just where all the shops are that wholesale to the world, manufacture for the world.
Okay, so would that eventually turn into also an online shop, so they've got more reach other than being at Bali?
They've got a website already that's I don't know if it's live yet, but it's being built to legitimise the business, because you need a website to legitimise you, I think, in the modern world. So we've helped them with that, with the wording.
Okay, that sounds really good. My friend got a wife in Indonesia. He went there last week and he was telling me lots about Bali. I've never been. Have you been to Bali? Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Perks of the job.
Perks of the job, yeah. Expenses paid, first class. No, yeah, it sounds good. But I love the power and vision of things like that.
Yeah.
There was another customer I picked up, and she done jewellery, and she was very passionate about ethical jewellery and where it's come from, because like you say, a lot of the time, whether it's jewellery or certain products, it's on the back of child labour.
100%.
So it's super important to kind of, for us all, to be conscious of where we're getting things like that from.
Yeah.
So, see, for example, is this your career path forever now, yeah? What you're doing, are you that like invested in Shared Earth, or do you have other ideas, or?
No, this is me.
Okay.
A lot of people, they're always surprised at how long, because I think modern life, if you're somewhere for like 5 years, that's a long time. You need to move on. There's like this, people instill this kind of need to keep moving around. But to me, I live a simple life. I'm happy where I am. I'm passionate about what I do. I don't need to get a job somewhere else just for the sake of moving around. I love what I do.
Okay. Can I test how much you love what you do?
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of people do jobs because it pays the bills. Yeah. But let's just say Jen won the lottery. Yeah. You would have the choice, the freedom to do whatever you wanted to do. Now, of course, most people will look after friends, family, travel, but at some point you're still going to have a void in your life because you've got to fill that void. You can't just do nothing.
I wouldn't quit work.
Okay. So
I'd
would you...
reduce the hours, but I wouldn't quit.
Exactly what I'd do, yeah. I'd reduce my hours, but I'd still be a taxi driver also. So you'd still work with Shared Earth?
I would.
Okay. So you are really passionate about it.
I actually work, I'm on the board of the WFTO, is the World Fair Trade Organisation. It's the governing body for the entire world of fair trade.
Okay.
And there's the global, and then they've got subsidiaries for Africa, Asia, Europe. I'm on the board of WFTO Europe.
Okay.
And that is entirely unpaid.
Okay, what's the board called? The
WFTO.
WFTO, and that's the World
Fair Trade Organisation.
World Fair Trade Organisation. Okay. And that's all voluntary, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. And how are things improving? Because there's been a lot of fair trade organisations, social enterprises going for a number of years. Are things improving a lot? Is there more people conscious of what's going on? Have the stats changed over the years?
I'd say overall, yes.
Okay.
There's a lot more conscious shift to ethical shopping, whether it's fair trade or just like ethical based, whether it's eco based, and people are making a conscious effort to not harm the environment, which is also one of the fair trade principles.
Okay.
Don't harm the environment, because a lot of the people in the south are adversely affected because that's where manufacturing is. So it's their lands that are getting destroyed before ours because of manufacturing. So I think there's a big shift there in consumer demand, and it's made a lot of businesses choose to make things ethically. But and equally, there's an awful lot of greenwashing where people say they're doing something ethical to keep up with the trend, but they're not really. They're just glossing over and making it sound like they are without actually doing much. You know, like people like Nestle will bring out a fair trade range or something, and it's like, look, we're doing this ethically, but everything else they do is still awful.
Okay. So, jumping on the bandwagon, getting that. Okay.
So everyone goes, oh well, you know, Nestle are doing good now. They're producing something ethically, and then it's just like, well, yeah, one thing.
Yeah, no, totally.
You know, that one thing is making a difference for sure. It's a step in the right direction, but it's for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it's a marketing thing. If you put that on your product, like you say, most people aren't going to investigate to see how the integrity is. Are you really ticking all them boxes? Sure. But so many people will see it and think, and they will invest in it because they feel like they're helping and contributing.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you'd like to say about Shared Earth?
Shop with us, please. www.sharedearth.co.uk.
That's it, love it. www.sharedearth.co.uk.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have an online store?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's online. You'd have the shop.
It's not got as much as the shops do, because the shops cram it from floor to ceiling.
Do you have a lot of people donating to Shared Earth? Is it a bit like Oxfam where people give stuff and then you can try and
we also have a charity, which
Okay.
I'm a trustee of, called the Zuri Earth Foundation.
The Zuri Earth?
Yeah.
How do you spell that?
Zuri and then Earth.
Okay.
And it's combined, so Zuri Design is one of our suppliers. They make stuff in Kenya.
Okay.
And but the lady who runs it actually lives local to here. She lives in Mughal. And we've combined forces. We've combined our two company names together. Zuri means like the beautiful earth.
Okay.
And it's a brand new charity, so literally got accepted in Christmas time, December.
Okay.
24.
Did it? Yeah.
And the mission is to support eco charities across the world. So we raise money to plant trees in Mali, clean rivers in Bali. Like we've already donated quite a lot before the charity was set up officially. So yeah, that's our mission, is to help fight climate change across the world by donating to charities that are on the ground doing real work already.
Okay, I love the partnership, and all that information I'm assuming will be on Shared Earth as well, the website.
I don't know if it is yet. But
Okay.
They will be.
Okay. In the process.
That's the thing sometimes when you're very busy, some things take a little longer to sort out, but it will be.
Not enough time in the day, is it? No, but Jen made up a picture up this morning. Just here on the left, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, wherever's easiest.
Just gonna press stop. Bye for now. Check Jen out on her Shared Earth website. But yeah, brilliant.